back to Tactics Talk with Guido. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, I do appreciate your support, whatever format it comes in. On this episode, we have Maddog the First, of his name, back for more. He is a contributor of many quality videos or replays. And you can see that he is bottom tier in his Panther. His tier 7 Panther and a 3.57 bottom tier medium in what people often consider one of the worst mediums at tier 7. Mostly because they're very disappointed that the mighty Panther of World War II fame does not completely dominate everything. Well, it kind of does, because most of the stuff it faces are tier 6 and below, but because of the tiering system in this game, it's matched up against stuff that it probably never did see or didn't see many of on the battlefield. But that's another discussion for another day. What we're here to talk about is Maddog, and can he carry this battle? It's going to get really dicey, folks. Let's find out what happens. Loaded into Mountain Pass, and he's headed over here to the southwest, taking his mighty Panther, and he has the long, whatever that is, 75? Is that an 88? I don't know, but it's very long. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Let's find out what this is. Come on. We can find out. This is actually, that's right, a long 75. That's correct. It is not the long 88. It's the smaller, with a whole bunch of pen. Whole bunch of pen, even for the regular AP, at 198 for a tier 7 medium. But it doesn't do a lot of alpha. It's a kind of a pew-pew gun. Let's see what Maddog does with it. He's got a Scorpion running across there. Doesn't take a shot. There's a JP going that way. Oop, a 3002 as well. He's got a couple guys going over to his ice road area, and him and Demon something. Humor, I don't remember. But anyway, Demon Hugh is platooned with him from the Clan Shire. And here the two hobbits are going. Is Maddog Shire? They're both Shire. They're both hobbits from the Shire, so off we go. And we were looking for somebody to shoot. Now, I don't know if Maddog's short. Maybe he is. This is pretty funny. That 61 is not happy. He just bounced off of an angled Panther and took one in the face. So Demon Hugh over there is pounding people, but he takes a big old hit right in the face, or maybe 2 hits it looks like, potentially. So he's a little bit less than he was, and we're going to go ahead and work some sniping. What you'll find with this long 75 is that it is extremely accurate, and it reloads quite quickly. Maddog just looking to snipe hatches or turrets or something. Oh, another bounce. So we've blocked 850 armor in this thing just by some good angling and being a little bit cagey as far as not allowing anybody to get a good shot at him. And this is something that Maddog does pretty consistently, and most of the replays he sends me is he's very difficult to hit square on. He's almost never going to allow you to have a fully aimed in square hit without doing some kind of wiggle or movement or angle, side scraping. Just watch what he does. He's always looking for an advantage as far as his positioning, even in the micro positioning aspect. Now the JT pushes up in front of him, gets in his way, right through that top turret, knows the weak point. You'll also notice that he shoots weak points rather consistently. Demon Hunter, that's his name. Demon Hunter's not happy. He got blasted. Oh, no, he's a flaming wreck. And what you see here is Maddog notices that he's got something of a situation developing on his 6 o'clock, so he's headed back to cap. He probably has enough there to deal with what's in front of him. Either those guys are going to deal with what's in front of them or they're going to get rolled up, but the more pressing problem is trying to get back here and maybe stem the bleeding in the back end, so to speak, because they're about to lose via a cap. They're not too far behind numbers-wise, but it would suck to have some guys sitting on cap. Unfortunately, what he's going to find is there's a super coming across here who very cleverly uses his side armor and then fires, I don't know where, maybe at the Scorpion, I guess. And then he finds that there's a T-30 right there, and he, holy cow, snipes the T-30 as he moves. Another thing you will find is Maddog doesn't pass up shots, so that's something you will want to emulate yourself if you're trying to get better. Obviously, if he had a better shot there, he'd have taken it, but that was the shot he had, and he was running for cover anyway, so why not take that shot? And guess what? He hit it. So there goes the super trying to cross again. Once again, trying to use its OP front armor, and you'll notice right there, all he does is side scrape out just enough, baits the shot, and owns the super for another shot into the side. Now they've got a Scorpion that's pushed up onto the ramp, and the T-30 is anchoring, so these two guys really don't have much of any place to go. If they turn back around, they probably get shot in the rear at some point by the Super. If they ignore the T-30 and move forward too far, they get hit in the side by a T-30. And if they push over to try to get the Scorpion, they probably get hit in the side by the Super. So it's not a great position. The good news is that whatever was going on at the cap has been dealt with, and those guys are all dead. And Maddog's team is getting pretty even now. So he's really kind of counting on, unfortunately, what's going on in the southwest down there to keep them in the game. And that's not boding too well because that part of the team is not very good. Not very good. The Scorpion's just sort of trying to bait. And there's that accuracy on that German gun. He's not really getting another one. I don't know if you noticed, but he's gone to the overpowered HE round. The infamous 75 long gun HE round. Which did, I don't know, what did it do? 170, 169 on the Scorpion. So switched back to AP. Puts one into the Super. Super is sticking his gun up in the air for some reason. I guess he thinks he's trying to block stuff with his barrel. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Now, he takes a hit from the Scorpion. I think he probably knew that was going to happen, but he really needed to get rid of this Super. That just changes the complexion of this fight quite a bit over here. He gets rid of the Super, pops him as he backs up, and unfortunately eats 2 shots from those 2 guys. But one of them had to go, and the Super was tracked, so might as well make it him. He had the hit points to give. Not an ideal situation, but off he goes. Now you'll see he's just trying to get a little highlight on that guy. Holy cow. Every shot you don't take misses every time. That was actually pretty good for Maddog. So Maddog swings around. He's thinking, I'm going to go help these 2. And then he thinks, no, not going to go help these 2. I'm going to go behind the guys that are pushing those 2. So off he goes. Looks like that's what he's thinking. He's going to come around here. Think he's going to go behind him. Dun 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 dun. Should be no problem getting. Uh-oh. Nope, not going to go behind him because the T-30 just took out the WZ, and there's just an 8.8. So he heads off this way. Let's go ahead and speed it up. And this is something that a very good player does. Initially, he was coming down looking for the flank on those guys in the southwest. His team died off to where had he come up and around the corner behind those guys, more than likely the enemy team would have had an easy kill on him. So he changes the fight completely and goes all the way, the long way around back to cap, looking to trap any of the guys that go over here. And unfortunately, the Sturv pushed all the way through. And when he started moving, it may have looked like a good idea. But unfortunately, the situation has changed. Now, looking like Maddog has a lot of work, right? It's 3v4. That doesn't look too bad. But he does have a T-30 maybe here. Yep, there's the T-30. He's at 68%. And Maddog is a one-shot versus this T-30. He's also spotted. So much like the earlier situation where you needed to deal with at least one of those guys to clear up one of the flanks of the triple pincer he was in, he's got to get rid of this guy or just leave. Unfortunately, this is the guy on the cap, and looks like he was initially going to leave, but then decides to come back based on the timing. And there goes the Sturf. So now it's all the way down to Maddog, and his best bet is to clean up this T-30 if he can, and then deal with the rest of them. So he's going to creep forward. Doesn't have a whole lot of time. Now, the Type was back there. The Type's pretty quick. The T-29 was last seen down in the southwest, and that was quite a long time ago. So really that T-29 could be just about anywhere, to include coming right up behind him right now. So he doesn't have a whole lot of time. Come around here and see what he can find. Oh, there he is. So we'll shoot that guy, and he'll make an ill-advised shot. So we've shot him once. We've gone to gold because he needs to make every shot count. He doesn't. Does he really need gold here? He doesn't, quote-unquote, need gold, but it's going to make every shot count. So there goes another one into him. The T-30 is going to kill him right here, and he goes by the T-30. Holy cow, what's going on? The T-30 is now being circled by the slowest medium known to man. And he gets circled, and now he's going forward, but he doesn't understand that if he moves his hull and his turret, maybe he could actually... This is very painful. Very painful. Oh, no, that's a bounce. And now we have a dead T-30 Holy cow. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. That's not true. I have, but you don't see anything like that very often. So let's do something here. Let's go back. We're going to go back one more. All right, here he comes. You ready? We're going to do this in a faster speed because that took a lot of time. So let's see what this looks like in a faster speed. We're going to come screaming around. Wham, boom, boom, bam. Yeah, all the way around. There we go. Looks like a... Okay, that's better. That's better. Nice job, Maddog. Holy cow. Looks like the comeback's happening. Here we go. We got the comeback. It's happening. We got the... Uh-oh. No, that's not looking good. No, that's your rear armor. It's... Uh-oh. Oh, boy. No. No, that's not going to work. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Maybe I'd have kept going around the rock, man. Oh, that's a terrible way to end it after soloing, mostly soloing that T-30. You know, one-shot Panther. Man, it was like watching two elderly people box or something. I don't know. All right, guys. Good replay there, Maddog. 2,990. He did not pull it off, but it was an ace mastery and a loss. Great example of bottom-tier medium play and being about as effective as you can be without actually winning and bringing it very close. The rest of the team didn't do a whole bunch of anything. I'll show you the stats afterwards. I hope you learned something. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you.